Fuck. I didn't have audio again.
Oh my god. Did you not have audio or I didn't?
I didn't have audio.
Okay.
I was gonna go into the text to speech shit and turn it off, and I was like, I want to see if I have audio. I didn't fucking have audio again.
Alright. Did you? So I'm good. Like it just seems like I was talking to nobody.
No, no, we both didn't have audio. I didn't have
Oh
fucking.
my god.
Alright. So, starting over.
Just cut
Fuck,
that part
dude.
out. Just fucking edit it. It shouldn't be that hard.
Alright, so. This is the real one, okay? This is the real one. Everything's all Gucci. We're here. We're talking now. You guys could actually hear us.
Weird.
I'm
Alright.
so pissed I keep on doing that, dude.
Alright. To the Better Podcast. This is the third episode. Well, technically the fourth now.
Well,
Like
technically the
time of
second,
recording.
because.
Yeah. 'Cause first audio, the first one we did failed. The second one worked, which was just Evan alone.
Me.
And this is the third one failed just right now, like freaking 5 minutes ago. And
Yeah.
then this
So
is the
now we
fourth one, but
actually
we're
have
calling it the
audio now.
second. Alright,
Uh,
so this is the second one. The Better
Hold on,
Podcast.
let me explain why I keep on fucking up the audio, okay? It's because I thought Twitch, like the settings I have for the PS4 on Twitch, doesn't move over to YouTube. Because this is where I'm live streaming it on. Because I can't record like a hour long thing and then having it cut off while we're just speaking about shit. So that's why I wanted just as like a pod, like live stream.
Alright. That out of the way. It's a podcast. The first episode was meant to have me and Evan, Javier, Jay, and
Mm,
Evan.
right.
And that didn't happen because the audio failed, just like he explained right now.
Mm.
But today we're also joined by Paul, maybe. We're not 100%. He's in the party, and I told him about it, but I believe he has to do something first. So if you hear someone pop in the middle of the podcast, it is most likely Paul.
Indeed,
All right.
yes.
Now explain what this podcast is about.
All right, so pretty much the podcast is about us educating the viewers as well as ourselves. Pretty much, uh, how to explain this? So it's about educating the viewers and ourselves. So if you want to send us like a topic to talk about, let's say like amoebas that eat your fucking brains, we'll talk about that because it's fucking hella interesting. Or if you
Do
want us to talk
a
about
bunch of
furries,
research prior to the episode, then
yeah. So
in the episode.
if you want us to research or like talk about a Wikipedia article or just an article in general or just any type of like research thing you guys want us to talk about, just put it in like the comments or whatever. And
The only thing
no
is,
links.
yeah, no links at all. We will not click on links. Links can lead to viruses. Viruses can lead to no fun. I just got a new PC, not letting that happen.
Indeed.
Alright, so today's episode we are going to be focusing on the topic we didn't get to last time, where it was me and Evan,
Mm.
is the Beirut explosion that happened in Lebanon. Beirut is one of the most popular cities in Lebanon, and the explosion happened right on the port. So that sucks. If you didn't hear about this explosion, look it up. I'm sure it's like the first thing you'll find.
Mm.
But basically, this explosion happened on the port, shocked everyone. Apparently, there was two explosions. One that nobody caught, or that's what they say anyway. I'm not sure if it was just like a fire, like got nuts. But the video that everyone has is basically there's already smokes in the sky, like a giant cloud, and then the second explosion happens, which is the video that everyone has of it. It creates an entire shockwave, even the people on the ocean, on the skyscrapers. Everyone sees this, and it looks like a freaking like 10, like 1,000 pounds of C4 just went off in that like central area.
Yeah,
People freaking out thinking it was a terrorist attack.
at least a ton of explosion. A ton of TNT. There we go.
It covered a wide range.
Hmm. It destroyed buildings in multiple blocks, and glass and cars were either shattered or completely destroyed in I think a mile or two radius.
It was a 600-meter blast,
Hmm. Pretty
and
wild. People were tossed around in the air. Cars were fucking flipping over. Someone on the ground, like, was able to record it and film himself getting flung in the air. That's how, and it was like
Actually,
a healthy distance away. Well, not really a healthy distance because he still got fucked up.
the man got destroyed. It
It was
it
crazy.
injured 6,000 plus people from that one explosion.
Mhm. Uh, on one of the videos, there was a person on the skyscrapers, one of the skyscrapers. Kind of looked like a five-star place he was at because like the railing was glass, and he was recording the like massive fucking fire, and you can see like little tiny like flashes of light like inside of the smoke, and what is it? The the dock wasn't it like a firework like thing?
It was ammonium nitrate explosion. It's usually used in, I believe, like farm silos. Apparently, it's just like poor handling. And well, the people that poor handled it kind of got what they deserved for doing that. I mean, I don't think that's a fair punish, honestly, to fucking get blown up. But holy, they actually caused a whole lot of damage for not handling that properly.
And dude, like this happened like a couple of days ago. It is Saturday, August 8th, and it happened on like the 4th.
Yeah, it happened August 4th. Yeah, it was two explosions. The second blast is literally what everyone's seen, though.
Mm-hmm.
It made 300, estimated anyways, 300,000 people homeless. You know how many 300,000 is? Like, how many houses were had to have been there to make that, like, that many people homeless?
You know
22
what's
people are apparently still missing, which
that's
is
crazy,
nuts.
dude.
Like imagine just like the fucking Avatar, you just vanish from the explosion after it happens.
That's wild. Shouldn't really be laughing at this, but that's crazy.
It's nuts, cause like, where the hell did they go? Like, if I assume they're just pronounced dead. There's no way they're not. If you can't find the person and they just are, they're stuck under rubble. It's been like 4 days. They're gone.
Absolutely yeah, dude.
There's no way.
They probably have like they probably had like hernias or like brain hemorrhaging or like crushed
They're in a
like
freaking
fucking
coma. Like,
yeah, and like since they weren't like treated properly or like treated at all, they just died.
they probably just bled out just from natural, like, because of their injuries, obviously.
Hmm. So
No way.
like those missing people are probably in rubble or fucking atomized by the explosion.
It looked like the explosion actually, it was on the port. Those
Yeah.
buildings, like on the port, like warehouse, like facilities,
Mhm.
just storage.
But
And
one
like
building survived.
the before and after, it looks like it actually someone actually just flattened it. Like God, like just sliced his hand across it, and it was just like flattened, like
Yeah,
ready to
dude, it's
build on
crazy.
again. It's nuts.
Like
Like how constant.
that beach that is there now is pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It wasn't a beach until then. Let's put it that way.
I think the coolest thing was, or not the coolest, but like the craziest thing was, the people on the boat. There was like two videos of people on the boat,
Right.
and when they seen the explosion, you see like the second shockwave come in,
Mhm.
and it is just like an entire wave of just force, and it like pushes everyone off course, like
Yeah, it's pretty
entirely.
wild. But yeah, there's like one building that still stands, and it was the closest building to the explosion.
Yeah, I don't know how that worked at all.
That is wild, dude. It's still like melted, but it's
Yeah, don't get me
standing.
wrong, that building's done, but it's up.
Holy fuck, dude. But yeah, let's talk about like the uh, the economy now, like in Beirut, Lebanon, Lebanon.
They're, oh, that sucks so bad. It's like what 50? I'm gonna guess like at least 10 like billion because for some reason buildings cost a ton to make. So at least like
Mm-hmm.
10 billion 10 to 20 around there, I assume.
Mm.
It takes to like rebuild all that from just the property damage alone. That's not
Yeah.
counting like I don't think any hospitals are in range. Hopefully not.
Hold
If
on.
so, that just sucks.
Let, let's move away from just the sheer cost that the explosion uh, has made in damage. Let's talk about Lebanon's economy. Because before the explosion happened, I heard on the news that Lebanon was already in an economic free fall.
Some asshole didn't do his job and blew up the entire shipping department, along with 6,000 meters of it.
That is wild, dude. Like, what's even worse, you can even see it in the buildings. That like, everyone was like boarded up. Every building looked garbage. It looked like a poor place to live in.
No, it most definitely was. It was what they call like a community place. It just means that it's the fucking poor area.
Hmm.
Probably guarantee like since it was the port, it was like where all the freaking 9 to 5s go. Well, all the rich chads are on the left side of it at the beach.
It
Basically.
fucking sucks, but uh, you also got a pandemic going on while your fucking like country's going through an economic collapse, and
Yeah.
it's just all bad. Millions of people are dying, and then you have this happen. So now a fuck ton of people are homeless. They're all probably gonna get infected and die, if not infect everyone around them. And it's just all bad for the world right now that this is
This
happening.
economy's so bad in there, they're probably never going to be able to get a doctor like at all. Like
Indeed.
at all. Especially if it's 300,000 people homeless, they're gonna have to work together. More contact, more freaking sickness. That goes
Mm.
around. It's just all bad over there. That really sucks. Like that was like the icing on the cake for just bad news to happen in Lebanon.
Indeed. I'm looking at the New York Times post about this. It says clashes erupt in Beirut at blast protest as Lebanon's anger boils over. The demonstrations were fueled by fury over the corruption and negligence of the country's ruling elite. Security forces fired tear gas to push back the protesters.
Yeah, that doesn't help either. When your freaking people are against you.
This is wild. The huge explosion in Beirut's ports this week fueled attacks on government buildings. By nightfall, angry protesters demanding the oust- oysters oyster of the country's political elite had stormed their government ministries. A handful of legislators had resigned, and the prime minister for early elections. The first major signs that the blast could shake up the country's political system, widely derided, derided as dysfunctional. So pretty much, the people are blaming the government that this happened.
You can't blame I mean, you could blame them for everything but this. Literally, like why your economy's trash, government, well, probably. Why you're
Yeah.
in a impoverished country, government probably has something to do with that. But why a explosion happened that was in a random factory? I don't think the government was out for you, bro. I think it just happened on purpose. That's just my opinion. I don't know. People can have their own theories, but I really doubt the government was just like, that port just looks like it could use it entire re-landscaping.
Get the fucking landscaping business on this. We need this shit flattened out. I don't like the
Oh, just say
buildings.
it was. We'll just say it was ammonium nitrate. Call it a day.
Alright, the clashes on Saturday erupted across broad swaths of the city's center, with demonstrators yanking down barricades blocking access to the parliament, chanting "Revolution, Revolution." and throwing rocks at the security forces, who flooded the area with tear gas and fired rubber bullets. Fires burned in nearby buildings, filling the sky with smoke, and sirens screamed as ambulances rushed the scores of people injured in the clashes to hospitals. So, let me get this straight. Some fucking dumb shit. Some 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 person didn't do their job right. Exploded an entire dock, which is like a mile and a half long or something, and a few other blocks of like pure city. And then as protest, you burn down more buildings?
People are stupid, man. Especially in crisis. I can't help them. No one can. If you don't just give them $1 million, they'll just act dumb.
Holy shit, dude. This is the dumbest shit
They,
I've ever heard.
they won't even be part of it. Like they're not even like Lebanon citizens. They'll detour from their like 3 cities over and be like, "This is outrageous. I want more money." Like, what are you? Where are you coming from? You really don't live here. You're not even speaking the same language. What are you doing?
Over here speaking Chinese in Mexico. Talking about we want more money.
Just- That's all the people want. You give anyone enough money and they'll leave you alone.
Dude, straight up.
Like if I, like you're telling me if I went and just freaking peed on a girl, and then she's like, "Hey," but I slapped her with $1 million. You're telling me she's gonna say anything?
I just
She will not be able to say anything if I gave her $1 million after doing that.
I just said that a mill for like me is like way too much money. I wouldn't be able to spend that amount of money in like my lifetime.
No, yeah, people will find a way to. People will literally find a way to. They'll be like, well, if it worked the first time, why wouldn't it work the second? And then go spend that mill that they give them. Be like, I want more money. People are dumb, man. I don't understand it. They don't know. Overestimate themselves.
Oh yeah, here's a quote. Alright. Haven't they quenched their thirst for blood? We came here peacefully and they do this as they're burning down buildings, tagging and destroying fucking government buildings, and tearing down fucking like barricades that the police have built to stop the rioting. But they
Again,
do this? No, fuck
again,
you.
they swear like they caused the explosion, like in the first place.
This is a 21 year
They
old
did.
student.
I mean, if they did, you have every right to do that. But they didn't, to my knowledge. So why are you doing that?
Either they go and we stay, or they stay and we leave. Miss Habol said of the country leader. Elsewhere in the city, about 200 protesters, including the group of retired military officers, took over the ministry building for a number of hours. They hung red banners with a raised fist from the building. Hold on, I want to pause right there. You got your own military veterans going against you, dude. All right, dude. Apparently, we are wrong here. If their own like a band of fucking what's it called, military officers, retired military officers took over a ministry building, like, dude, the government obviously did something wrong here. There's
They
something
had
that
to
we
have
don't know
seen a
about.
Men in Black, like 3 Men in Black suits walk in there and that building explode and then walk out like into a portal. There's no way that we are missing. No, we aren't missing something here.
Dude,
Military veterans to be like, yeah, fuck them. And then just come out of retirement to take over an entire building.
a government building at that.
Yeah. There's no way. We have to be missing something or they are really just dumb.
Holy fuck, dude.
But I don't know. I don't know the Lebanon government like at all. So I can't really say anything.
Throughout the day, many thousands of people gathered to demonstrate in the central Martyrs, Martyrs Square, which is not far from the blast site and is surrounded by high-priced office buildings and an upscale pedestrian shopping mall, both of which had windows shattered by the explosion. Anger at the country's top politicians was tangible, and many protesters carried signs reading, "Hang up the nooses." Demonstrators erected gallows on and conducted ceremonial hangings of cardboard cutouts of President Michelle Aoun, Nabai Berry,
Oh, I
the
thought you were gonna
speaker,
say Obama.
the speaker of Parliament or Limont or something. I don't fucking know how to say that. And Hassan Nas- Nasrallah. Nas- I don't speak this language. Okay, the Secretary General of whatever the fuck, the the powerful militant group and political party. So there's something that has to do with the government. There's something that has to do with the government that this explosion happened.
I mean, unless they announced in the local news that they needed a new beach location for the rich people, and like, we
This was the
just don't
only
know.
way to do it.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden that explosion happened, I would be blaming the government too. But honestly, there's not enough evidence that I see for them to just be like, "Yep, government was behind the whole thing," and they're tube gassing us.
To
I don't
top it
see
all
it.
off. No, the only reason why they're tear gas and getting fucking shot with rubber bullets is because you guys are rioting. You guys are fucking up buildings, turning shit on fire.
Damage doesn't just prevent more damage. Like, I don't understand what people don't get about that. If a building explodes in like 18 blocks, you're just like, let's go set their shit on fire. What does
I
that
guess
fix? You should be asking them for help at this point. Tell me you wouldn't want the big hand coming in and just fixing that issue for you?
like like uh like I get it. After like like a couple of weeks, maybe a month, a few months, if you really want to like sit there and like die of hunger, but like at some point the government has to do something about it, and if a month goes by with them not doing anything, then I guess you could do riots or at least protests. But like as soon as an explosion happens and you're in an economic collapse, economic free fall, and there's a pandemic going on, everyone's fucking dying around you, and the first thing that comes to mind and you do is protest and riot and burn down buildings. The government isn't wrong here. The person that's wrong in this situation is the people protesting and rioting, and burning down buildings.
People who all of a sudden decide now after a giant nuke happened in your own town to stand up for what's right. Those are the ones that are retarded. I don't understand their logic here at all.
I don't either. I mean, I could understand at like a dumb point that like yeah, you're mad and you want to go fuck some shit up, okay? Everything's gone to shit. People in your family are dying because of the virus, and like there's just an explosion that just happened that took out like your entire fucking block of friends and family. So you might be fucking pissed, okay? But that shouldn't make you go out and hurt the government and hurting you more.
Literally no point to it at all. Because without the government's help, what are you gonna do now? You have no order. That's why I don't understand people who are like, "Oh, we don't need government. We could govern ourselves." Clearly not. If this is your first fucking reaction to a building exploding, is to let's destroy their buildings.
And
That
that
was the
goes
most
into the
Neanderthal
BLM
move you could
protest,
have
dude.
done.
And that goes into the BLM protest. Look, alright. There was a full, like, I think a 4 block radius of just dumb bugs, okay? So they were like, we gotta demilitarize the police. We gotta defund the police, okay? We can't have police coming around with assault rifles, fucking shotguns, even pistols, okay? And the first thing they do is keep police and ambulance out. Any military or any like government like people that work for like the government, they're not allowed in this 4 block area, okay? I think it was in like Minneapolis or something. And literally the first photo of this place, they have dumb skinny white fucks dressed in black and bandanas with assault rifles kitted out with like lasers, ACOGs, fucking extended mags.
Yeah, but I don't understand what people don't get about this. Not everyone, number one, is you, and not only do I not trust that you don't have any malicious intent when nobody's watching. It's like a fucking Joker line. He's like, oh, if you put on a mask, then freaking that person. If the person puts on a mask, that's how they truly act. Like, as long as you don't know who's doing it, it's just like on fucking online. Like, you notice how you never meet any assholes that are like snarky and white and clearly racist because they
Yeah.
don't fucking they're bitches. All they do is stay inside and play the fucking video game. You will never meet one out in public because you know that you will actually mollywop on them if you have any sort of testosterone in your body.
Or like,
They literally people with no control, like with no force control, are actually just Neanderthals. You cannot trust
but yeah, I want to continue on with this like Minneapolis shit because this shit is funny. Okay, so this guy is like dressed out in like full quote unquote military gear. I wouldn't really call it military gear, but people called it that. And he's wearing like a vest and everything, like what's it called a bulletproof vest. I forgot what it's exactly called, but I'm gonna call it that. Bulletproof
them. Kevlar.
vest. Yeah, Kevlar vest on. He has like plating on. He has a fucking AR, like a side AR and I think a pistol as well. So he has 3 guns in total, and he's decked out in like fucking gear to protect himself if he gets shot or something. And literally the next day, someone gets shot. Okay, someone gets shot. Guess who they call? The police
Freaking.
and ambulance, dude.
It's so dumb. Like, yeah, I don't understand why
What?
people just like a
Hold on.
gun wound.
Hold on, okay? And after they call the ambulance, they stop the ambulance and the cops from coming in and saving this person. So they are bleeding out, and I think they die. Okay? 4 people were injured, and then another incident happened, okay? There was a whole like I think 40 people or 20 people that were like outside in like some fucking park or something, okay? And there was like a bunch of people with like guns and shit, like doing their fucking salutes or whatever the fuck. Like you know how like a like a marching band type shit, like where the army's there and they're doing like their gun spinning and shit, like fucking like I don't know. I really don't know how to explain. But anyways, uh,
Yeah, I know what you're talking
they're doing like that red fucking bearing type shit where they're like spinning their weapon, they're like cocking it back and like fucking reloading it and shit. And as they're doing this, some guy has a fucking misfire. He has a negligent discharge go off, right? And his gun is pointed because he's at like the middle of the line, okay? Not like really the middle, but he's like off to the middle of the line. So like 7 people could have got shot. Like holy fuck, dude! Keep your shit on safety. Keep a bullet not in the chamber. Don't chamber any shot as you're doing this. Like people are
about.
dumb, dude. Like holy fuck, people are dumb. People like this should not have weapons.
and they're always the ones that do this. They're like, well, if anyone come up in my house, I got that thing on me, so
You know I got that thing, big man.
okay, and you're probably gonna shoot yourself in the foot with it. One of you
Holy
having
fuck.
that as for protection, they're probably the one instigating.
I've only ever seen one negligent discharge, and that was like actually correct. Okay, and it was a video, and it said how to negligent discharge, and it was a guy at a firing range getting like taught how to shoot. Okay, and he empties his magazine. He goes for a reload. He reloads his pistol, and he cocks back his gun. And as soon as like the slide like goes fully like forward, his like finger is off the trigger, and it goes off. The gun fires, and a new round is chambered because it's a blowback, and the guy's just confused. He's like, "What the fuck?" And like the instructor is like, "Nice work, dude. I'm gonna have to like I'm gonna have to like have you like discharge the weapon and like fully like unload it, like do everything to like make the gun like safe now. Uh, and I'm gonna have to like end the session for you, okay? Because that's just like protocol here. But you did everything good, okay? You had the gun pointing at the ground. You didn't have your finger on the trigger. Something went wrong in your gun. You're gonna have to clean your gun, but you did everything correct. This is how you negligently discharge a firearm. So I was like, I didn't know you could do it correctly. I thought it was just all mistake.
Then
But
a negligent discharge is just the gun going off, like you have no power over that.
yeah,
I
it's
did
called a
not know.
negligent discharge because uh you had like you had no power over the
And no
gun
say
discharge.
in the matter of it shooting at all.
Yeah, and that was like a good example of just guns just going off.
That's crazy that guns still even do that. It's so dangerous, it's insane.
Oh, and another side note. Uh, I'm kind of scared of owning a weapon because here's why. Some guy, I think it was like the AK master or some fucking guy. He just really likes AKs. Anyways, uh, no, it was actually a different video. Some white guy. Anyways, he was like, all right, here's some fucking crazy shit that can happen while you're shooting a weapon. It's particularly more scary with an automatic weapon. Okay, so pretty much what happens is you load the rifle, you cock it back, and then you start firing. But I think a bullet doesn't go through the gun correctly, right? So the bullet gets lodged in the barrel somehow. I don't know how, but somehow. And then you hear like I think you hear like a little click that happens. Okay? So click
Mm.
happens, you don't hear like a bang, you just hear a click. The gun chambers itself, and if you shoot again, the gun literally explodes in your hand.
That's great. No.
Another one that happens is what's it called? I think it's for an AK specifically, but um you chamber a weapon, a bullet round, and the bullet goes inside of your weapon. Like it doesn't go through the barrel, it doesn't go through like the chambering system. It just is inside your weapon now.
So you just, what, do you have to disassemble it completely then?
Pretty much, or you can like do some like guitar shit, like an acoustic guitar shit, and like fucking like get the pick out, but like the pick is a bullet. But it's
Fucking
also
pain.
it's also dangerous because like it's a
It
live
could go
bullet
off. Yeah,
that
it
is
could go
inside
off
your
at any
weapon.
second. You're putting something, I assume, down the fucking gun barrel. Is
Yeah, it's
always
pretty
the
scary.
worst idea to do.
There's like another one where It's also particularly bad for automatic weapons. You'll hear a click, but as like the other one, like this click is bad. Okay, it doesn't. The gun doesn't fire. The bullet doesn't leave the cartridge. The bullet is still intact. The thing that happened is that the firing pin goes off, but it went off in like a strange way where like uh it's like fucked. Okay, so you're like checking out the weapon. You try and chamber it, and like the bullet fucking disintegrates. It goes off. Your gun is now fucked, and your hand is most likely off, or you're missing fingers. So the best, I think the best way to do it is leave the gun on the ground and run.
Is it gonna
Not
just
even kidding.
combust then?
I'm not joking. That is literally the best protocol for this. You leave it on the ground and you run away.
But did you wait for it to go off? What do you do after
Yeah,
you run?
yeah. There's multiple videos about this. Some guy,
Wait, bro.
some Russian, has like a car 98 or something like that, and he's just having fun, right? He's just shooting his gun at like the snow and shit, and then he like he shoots, he like chambers one and he pulls the trigger, and all he hears is a, and he's like, what the fuck? So like he fucking bangs the gun, right? He's like, all right, I guess it just wasn't like chambered properly, and he shoots it again, and he's like, what the fuck? And then, like he puts the gun down, and he's like fidgeting with something, and the fucking gun explodes. It just explodes, and he's like, blitz. And then it's just funny, dude. It's crazy. That's why, like, I want a gun because, like, I heard it's just fun to shoot, and it's always like a good thing to have. You know, some shit might go down, but
But
that's
if
like,
you weren't aware of like any of these things, that's just a missing hand.
yeah, like, or a missing shoulder or
Worse.
face.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's scary,
Hand
but
and lucky the scenario of you not knowing.
I guess that's just what happened in the Beirut explosion. Some guy forgot to chamber the anti-air missile wrong.
It just combusted. Maybe they could get off with that more than ammonium nitrate, because most people don't even know what that is. Big,
I
big
haven't heard of
words.
that.
Nope, that's false. It's just chemistry-ish. Like, I don't know that it just was combustible, but I knew that freaking nitrate to like anything is combustible.
Alright, I'm looking at a new. We're going back onto the Beirut explosion, but I'm looking at a another news site. It's en.as.com. Beirut explosion. Okay, so I'm looking for things for like the actual thing, the article, and it's all just fucking tweets. I don't want tweets. You know, fuck that. I don't want to look at that one. It's dumb. I don't like it. Fuck you. Got clickbaited.
I hate that the first thing on Google, by the way, is a donate. Like,
Yeah,
I
donate
I
to a
highly
government.
doubt. Yeah, they're going to freaking get my money. I want them to get it. Most likely be some government official picking up my freaking $10 that I donating. Hey, neat.
All right, which one do you want? USA Today or the CNN news?
CNN's always reliable. I mean, I think. I'm not 100% on that, but that's what I usually use.
I don't watch the news, so I don't know.
I don't either, but I used to watch CNN 10 for school purposes. I've always been usually on the money with their stuff.
Oh, you thought 27 people were missing? CNN says 100.
100 people are gone.
All right, I'm gonna read off the bullet points. Bullet point number one: at least 137 people were killed and 5,000 wounded in a massive explosion that shook Beirut on Tuesday, according to Lebanon's health minister. Hundreds have bullet point number two, by the way. Hundreds have been reported missing, raising fears that the death toll will rise. The health minister said Wednesday. Bullet point number three: more than 300,000 people have been displaced from their homes. Authorities declared Beirut as a disaster city and imposed a 2 week state of emergency. I don't think a 2 week state of emergency will help
Yeah,
anything,
this
but
only 2 weeks, huh? Any good? Word.
I get 2 weeks off on fucking, like, what, Thanksgiving. Okay?
Tell me I could fix it in time. There's a lot of people. Clearly 300,000 will actually be working. But holy, you're not expecting everyone to work, are you? You get like 25 freaking percent, maybe.
Bullet point number four. It's still unclear what exactly caused the explosion. Lebanon's prime minister said an investigation would focus on an estimated of 2,750 metric tons of explosive ammonium nitrate stored in warehouse. That's wild. 2 tons and 750 metric tons of explosives. This isn't fucking like United States tons. This is metric. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And that ought to cause that type of explosion to create an actual shockwave.
Wait,
I don't know, I've never
two
been near
tons?
an
Hold on, I want to see an atomic bomb.
The atomic bomb is way more. A nuke would have wiped out that entire city. 100%.
Metric. Atomic bomb metric. Alright, list of atomic bomb. Uh, Tons of energy, I guess. Now let's just. Oh, no. Okay, okay. I got the metric now. Okay, this is kilotons. Okay, so this isn't even close to a ton. The little boy and fat man, the two bombs that were dropped in Japan, were 10 to the 1 power of tons.
10 to the 1 power.
So you got like 100 kilotons of fucking nuclear force of explosion. Dude, this shit isn't even on like the like nuclear scale. Like holy fuck, dude.
Not even close, dude. I'm telling you, nuke that entire, nobody would be protesting. Everyone would be dead. Only, what, like 150 something people died from that
Yeah.
explosion? Probably the people that were closest, honestly, unless, like, someone got the shock. Because if you see that shockwave, there's no way it wasn't, like, knocking off a building if you didn't instantly react to that. Like, if you were on the edge of a building, you felt that thing.
Wait, who's the nipper that has like the fucking the grappling hook and like a parachute? Is it in Uncharted? No, it's not Uncharted. Fucking what's it called? Fuck, I
Grappling
forgot it.
parachute.
Yeah, like he grappled onto something and he like pulls himself and then he goes like into the parachute and he starts flying.
I don't know, fucking Batman? That's the only person I could think of.
No, it's like a fuck. I don't remember the name. It's like Uncharted, but like
Just
open
cause?
world. Just Cause, dude. Dude, I played enough Just Cause to survive that. Okay.
That's oh my god. Dude, if you were on it, oh, I couldn't even imagine that. I'd be so terrified. That actually probably gave you like some of the strongest wind you've ever felt just in a few like seconds. And if I was on a roof, I would be shitting myself like holding onto a ventilation system.
And then your hands just get fucking decapitated from your arms.
If my hands were a little bit too greasy that day, I would have been.
Start wiping your hands on your fucking shirt really quick. Like, oh fuck.
What are the odds? What are the odds of being like that guy in that scenario? Because there was like people having like some dinner on top of one of the videos. Like
Yeah,
they
it
just
was
had
like
dinner
a,
on the roof.
it was a dinner rooftop type shit.
Yeah.
I can see the
Imagine being
shock wave slowly come towards them, dude. And they're like, oh fuck.
look behind you and see like a deaf guy sightseeing in the other direction. So just know he's screwed. Because not only did he not hear the explosion, but the shockwave just about murdered that man.
Like, holy fuck, dude. Did you see the clouds, dude? There were clouds and then there were no clouds.
The clouds look like actual like movie ending anime opening type ish. Like the explosion happened, and then you see like the cloud circle around, and when like I don't know, fucking Saitama land in there, and the sun like clears up. The Dark Souls shit, that was nuts. Like perfect sunlight after. Someone got a crazy view of it. They were like in a car. Their car like flips like prior, but for the like view that they had, it was freaking nuts.
Dude, it looked like the sky after like Mara or something like the asteroid.
Yeah, like it perfectly broke open. That was nuts, man.
Like, holy
I
fuck,
can't
dude.
even imagine their eardrums either. Their ears probably hurt so bad from that. Like imagine if I was gaming and I didn't have my freaking like noise canceling, and then an explosion happened like 3 blocks away, and I see it engulf my block.
Bro, I got noise canceling earbuds and headphones.
You know you're not deaf if you didn't have that, or like your
Holy
hearing
fuck,
completely
dude.
stunted. You know.
But yeah, dude, like that's fucking crazy. It just sucks living there in general, before and after that explosion.
After this definitely doesn't make it any better. I mean, it gave them a purpose, I guess. Let's go fuck
They're
other people.
definitely in the Great Depression, just times two.
The Great Depression, if the Great Depression took place in fucking Lebanon. I don't know if it did or not.
It's
Honestly
like if,
can't confirm that info, but
dude,
feels like.
it's like if the Great Depression, like America's Great Depression, didn't take its pills.
Shut up.
Holy fuck, dude! I'm laughing, but it's sad.
It's a terrible thing to happen. A lot of people's lives are not ruined. But, I mean, it was gonna happen either there or like to the next 8 ship docks that got it. Because I assume those things are gonna be shipped, and 8 different explosions, I think, is worse than one. Just sucks that it happened to happen in Lebanon.
I'm just sad, dude.
I think if it happened in different things, people would have definitely like no problem assuming it was a terrorist attack, because there's no way anyone on those ships are surviving that explosion. I mean, like,
Right.
no, it's just faulty things. Trust me, like,
Mm-hmm.
not a chance. So I guess it's better this than an actual like terrorist attack, and then we go to war with Lebanon because they sent it out. And Lebanon obviously just gets fucking murdered.
It honestly kind of sucks just to be like living around there, dude. I just wonder how the government ties into this.
Yeah, I don't know where they're getting this government fault thing here.
Cause I've been searching and I don't really see anything. Maybe it's like them, no, because they're in an economic collapse, so they can't really give like what the government is, our government is doing. Cause like you know how the government now is like giving unemployment with checks,
Yeah.
like times two though. Yeah, I don't think they can do that in Lebanon though, because like
I don't think they can either.
their
I'm not.
economy's
I don't
fucked.
think yeah.
Like our economy is like kind of screwed, but like we got things in place to like stop it from free falling. Well, delay it
Let's
from
stop.
free falling. So
Definitely not free falling, but I don't know. It's getting there.
it is getting there. I just wonder how it's gonna play out now.
The first quarter of 2020, it fell by 5%, and in the second quarter, it is the estimate is it will fall 32%.
All right, so I wanted to get into stocks. Not even joking. Like I was asking my grandma, like, oh, like how do you, like what stocks? I was like asking her about like W-2s and shit.
Well,
And
I'm going to get into stocks.
like I think stocks are like really interesting to get into and like not interesting but like no, how do I explain this? Like how do I put this into words? Uh, so it's interesting because like it's all just like a game to me, right?
Yeah, it's just
But
a big gambling game, but like gambling with statistics.
yeah, and
There's the way to win.
not only that, but it's also you're also gaining money in like the long run. So you're not really just gambling; you're actually like investing.
Yeah, it's an investment. There's no way it's not an investment. Every way, this is like the meaning of investment is investing in stocks.
Mm. Uh, I was watching this this is gonna turn into a fucking investment podcast, but I was watching a Jay Schlatt video, right? It was on his second channel, and it's about like him like reading his emails, and one of them was a question like, "What do I do? I hate my job," right? And it was pretty much like how we are in like the situation we are, um, where like you don't really need money, but like your parents are forcing you to get a job, so you get a job, right? My parents, I'm kind of in like a different situation. My parents don't really like force me to get a job, but I'm still looking for a job right now. But anyways, this 16-year-old kid is looking for has a job and he hates it, and he doesn't really need the money, right? So Jay Shalat pretty much just said, uh, it doesn't really matter that you need the money, because you might need it in like later on in life. So he pretty much Jay Slav pretty much told the story about like uh, how he hated his old job, his first job, but staying in that job like really helped him out in life and really showed him like different things, right? So he said like the job taught me like when to quit, uh, and like it also taught him like what other people might be going through. Cause like literally the first day on his job, he said he had to shovel the entire fucking like parking lot like worth of snow because his boss said so. So that was like the first like thing he had to do on his job. And like his boss said like after he was done, he would like offer him a sandwich, but he couldn't get a drink with it. Well, yeah, that's understandable. You're a cheapskate, but like, Jesus fucking Christ, you really just made like a 16-year-old kid shovel snow for like 4 hours before like the shop opens up, and you don't even offer him a drink. Like, that's kind of fucked up, but I understand. Okay.
What? Don't fucking offer the man a drink.
You
I
got the
shoveled the
fucking
entire parking
sink.
lot. God forbid I had a fucking Coke Zero.
But not like Like what's it called? Business is business, my dude. Like the only way you're gonna get it like in this fucking game by being the worst jackass known to mankind.
But I guess no one. Nah, yeah, your goal isn't to fucking have people like you, work for you especially. It's just to fucking make money at the end of the day.
Indeed.
Be successful.
But yeah, Jay Shaw pretty much just said like, yeah, like working is pretty much like a hard thing to do, especially if you have like a horrible boss that like bullies you. And it made me like think like people really like yell at like the janitor for being in their way while they're trying to like buy something. Like man's just trying to do his job, and you're just being a dickhead for no fucking reason. Like, what if that man doesn't have time off to shop? He has to shop during his like job.
Dude,
So
that's the worst.
yeah,
That'd be the worst thing ever if you worked at like a grocery store and had to do your shopping. I mean, I guess like if you didn't have to go out of your way to do it. But
yeah, like that fucking sucks. That people actually have to do that, and like they get yelled at because they're like they have like a 9 to 5 shitty fucking job with probably a shitty boss as well.
every 9 to 5 boss is usually an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
If they
Yeah.
are, well, they're richer than you still, so I hate it.
They could also just fire you at any point because they get pissed off at you. So, I haven't gotten a job yet, sadly. I'm still looking for a job. Winco is hiring for a bit, uh, but I checked on their site and they don't have a Victorville in their job search. So that's
How?
sad.
What?
I don't know. I was all right. So let me explain. So they had a search bar for jobs, right? And
Uh,
I had my location on and everything. I normally don't turn on my location because, like, I know that it doesn't really matter, but I don't like Samsung to have like my location. I know like they still have access to that, but I still do it because why not? I like to think I have control over that, even though I know I don't. But I had my location on to help the site like understand like where I'm at, and it didn't work. Literally, the first thing it said was Winco Foods bakery aisle or whatever the fuck. You bake shit, and that was pretty much like the job like description. You bake shit, and it was 495 miles away. I was like, what the fuck? I don't live in like Lebanon. Like, what the fuck? All right. So I turned on A through Z. I was like looking through. I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to go to like page like 73. So I'm going on to say page 73, and I'm in the V's. Okay. I'm actually in like the W's right now, but I try to get to the V's, and there was no Victorville. It was like Vermont and like other places like that, but there was no Victorville, and I didn't see Adelanto, so I was pissed because my grandma was like, "Hey, Winkle's hiring right now. You should go onto the website." I was like, "Yeah, okay," because I wanted to go like into like the Winko and be like, "Hey, I want an application." We can't really do that now because of the fucking pandemic, this virus. So my only resort is going onto winco.com, and they don't have Victorville or Adelanto, so I'm pissed. I got scammed.
I don't understand, those things when it comes to job hiring. You'll see like 4 hire, and then it'll just be because someone left a sign out for some reason. I'm like, well, you should probably take that down. They're like, don't tell me what to do, bro. What? What do you? Alright. I don't understand people.
There's gotta be like 21 to work at a bar.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So, to drink.
Fuck,
Deal
dude.
with drunk people legally.
'Cause, when me and Christian went to that mountain and almost got killed by the cartel, at the bottom of the mountain, there's a bar, right? And it said now hiring. And Christian was like, "Oh yeah, I used to like work as a bouncer and shit." When he was like 16. So
Christian's a big. Yeah, honestly, if you ever want to become a security guard, there's no like skill involved in that. Like, oh, you could look up just how to get your freaking license
just
to become one.
just
I'm
be a
not even, no,
Russian,
like
dude.
I'm not joking. My friend Eddie is a security guard. He sits in his fucking car all day and does nothing. He tells me, he's like, yeah, I just sit in there and do nothing. And he's like, in the security training, he's like, common sense. Like, what should you do if someone with a gun is running at you? A, try to take them down, or B, negotiate. So well, obviously I'm not gonna fucking run at him because I'm gonna get shot. So let's fucking negotiate. Like, it's just common sense.
You think that gun is gonna do anything? I can't do a Russian accent. That was my Russian accent. Fucking. But yeah, having a Russian accent will fucking like make sure and no one fucks with you. It only works if you're
Especially
white though.
if you're confident, yeah, if you're white and confident and like burly, like you really think that gun's gonna do anything, huh? They just like snatch the gun by the barrel, and then if they're not shitting their pants already, well, you did it wrong, and you're
All,
probably gonna get shot in about 2 seconds. So get
all you
ready
need
for
is
the
a
blast.
polar bear tattoo, and you're good.
It's like a bottle of vodka tattoo, don't you? Something around those lines. You should be fine.
I was gonna take acting classes and be like, yo, I want to specialize in fucking, in acting in like Russian. That's all I want to learn. Dude, you'll get all the fucking like jobs, dude.
I feel like it's been an hour around there.
Yeah, but I kind of want to keep on going.
Yeah, it's been an hour 06. Do it for like 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm. You want to keep on going?
Yeah, we can make up for the fucking 30-minute episode he posted.
All right, all right. If we're doing that, then let's talk about Would you want to talk about black holes or like something else?
We can talk about something else, only because you have an entire episode covering it.
I didn't even cover it. I was just talking about like the article that I wanted to get into about the Kardashev scale.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even. I got up to a quarter in that.
Talking
30
about
minutes.
black holes, yeah, for a little, then he got off. No, but I want to talk about freaking something else. Fucking Fall Guys. It's on my home screen right now. Fuck it.
You want to talk about Fall
Great
Guys?
game. This game is great.
It's gonna be like 15 minutes, my dude.
Dude, Fall Guys, as like underwhelming as it is and like basic, they really just said, well, we'll make fucking Mario Party just multiplayer.
Dude,
And
straight
it
up.
works. The fact that Nintendo didn't do this like 100 years ago is beyond me. It's actually like, they could have, especially with Mario Party, I mean, they could have just like made you all Shy Guys, and they could have had this exact same thing. Probably better results as long as it's not on the fucking Switch exclusively.
Oh yeah, did you know like uh Nintendo has like a thing against like I don't know if it's like if it was like lifted or something like recently, but back then you wouldn't be able to like record or live stream anything from Nintendo. if
Oh,
they'll take it
I
down.
remember when that was going on. I think that was going on in like 2017, 16, 18, like around. I can't remember. It's definitely one of those years though. Nintendo was putting like a paywall, like you had to pay to play their games online.
Yeah, it
So
was fucking
usually if you were,
ridiculous.
yeah, so usually if you were a big YouTuber like PewDiePie, and then they like you would pay your entire ad revenue, like all the ad revenue. Now it's just copyright. It's Nintendo's now,
Yeah, yeah.
and it was, and when that happened, it was literally I think only up for like a month, if even,
Mm-hmm.
because literally no one was posting anymore because there was no point. They're like, okay, well now we can't play Nintendo games. Let's just go find something else.
Like fucking,
And
what's it called? That one company, I think it's something Dog, right? Naughty Dog.
Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
Did
Uh,
Naughty Dog do that too?
no, no, no. They fucking like DMCA'd fucking anyone that talked about what's it called Last of Us 2 before it came out. So people are
Oh, I
getting
know.
strikes on their YouTube channels. They got like
Yeah.
I think Twitter's banned. I think it was fucking
Yeah,
wild, dude.
some yeah, a bunch of leaks that were going off about it. I know YouTubers got strikes on their videos because there was like a
Hmm.
big like rebuttal on this one guy's channel who actually did it. Like
Right.
he revealed like everything. He's like, honestly, the storyline's pretty ass. Which in the end, I think he was kind of right about that. But yeah, he apparently got a strike, and then he was like the Billy Goat for examples on what happens when you freaking talk about Last of Us 2 leaks. So yeah, everyone was just like, okay, let's not do that. It's funny because I think he was expecting people to like fight for him and with him, like, hey, get this guy's strike undone. But like nobody did, if I'm not mistaken. So he still has a strike to this day on his channel for that.
Is it? Doesn't Last of Us have like? Doesn't it have like multiple endings?
I think it's only hit Last of Us, like the first one or the
Yeah,
second one. I think they
first one.
both just have one, no
Really?
matter what. One, yeah.
It's gay, dude. I always thought it had multiple endings. I just didn't want to play through it again.
It's only one ending. Last of Us 1 ends with Joel taking Ellie, killing all the scientists,
Yeah.
dipping. If that's not a spoiler, by the way. If you didn't know that, you're,
The game's
you're
been
an
out
idiot.
for like 7
Yeah.
years, my dude. You missed out.
Not that. Oh, it's been sailed, but
And then
Last of
like
Us 2 ends with just
I don't want to hear.
yeah.
I don't want to hear
It's
it. I didn't
it's a
finish it. Okay.
terrible ending. It's dumb. You could finish it.
I'm guessing Ellie dies, right?
I won't tell you, but I don't like the ending.
Um, I don't like how Joel fucking dies, dude. That is gay as shit.
Yeah, that was a big spoiler that everyone got pissed about. Obviously, that was like the main thing. If you didn't know about that either, the game's been out for a long time. Everyone
Bruh,
heard
I
about that as
almost
soon as it came out.
cried.
Joel dies so early in the game, and it is like, well, like we knew he was gonna die because obviously he had to have some consequence
Dude,
for his, dooming the entire world.
hold up,
But
hold up, hold up.
very dumb way to be taken out. Number one. Number two, way too early.
Oh, go on to your number two.
It was just way too early to fucking kill him in the game.
Oh, okay.
And he died like 30 minutes in.
Yeah, dude, it was super fucking gay. But anyways, um, like I wanted Joel to die when like if he had to die, I wanted him to die in like the most epic way fucking possible, dude. Like this man's lost everything. He's lost his family. He's lost his best friend. His fucking that one girl that was in the beginning of the game that he thought of as like his daughter or whatever. That he was like
What's
emotionally
his
attached
daughter?
to. No, no, no. I'm talking about like the grown ass woman that died. She was
Oh,
like, "Oh,
yeah,
I
yeah,
got infected. I wanted to keep it a secret because I thought she was like the cure for everything." But yeah, anyways, like she died, like Joel's whole fucking like, even his like fucked up friend died. Remember that? Like that crazy
yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
Like,
everything goes bad for Joel in that game, and then it's like, well, at least he gets a victory by keeping. And then it's like, oh, well, Joel's gonna have to lose everything now, and he's probably gonna go insane because they're gonna the surgery's gonna kill Ellie.
yeah, and then
So he's
like
like,
the
fuck that, that's not
hold
happening,
on, I want
and
to
then
list off
murders them.
everything that went wrong with Joel. Okay, so his whole family dies. His best friend dies. His I guess girlfriend dies. Uh, what's it called? What's his name? The kid and the grown man that he has to like follow with. Those two both fucking die. Um, what else happened? Um,
It's fucked up in the snow. That,
he gets fucked up in the snow.
yeah, like that fucking
Oh
that
yeah,
part was.
he does get fucked up in the snow. Isn't that like the only time you play as Ellie?
Yeah, you're like sneaking around in the like
Hmm.
cafe or whatever.
Yeah,
Coffee shop.
that's pretty fucking brazy, dude. But yeah, like Joel gets fucked up, dude. Like he loses everyone, and then in the second game he just dies, just right off the bat, dude. The way I wanted him to die is that like the science team, like the people that fucking lived, has like an army behind them, and they rush into they fucking assault the last civilization, right? That Joel and like Ellie's in, and like they're all fucking fighting and shit. You have to like play as like Joel, and you're like killing fucking everyone. And then like what's it called? Ellie and like her girlfriend or what the fuck are like in danger in like the coffee shop or like the bar. So you rush in and you're like fucking like trying to like kill everyone. But like the main girl that is like on the enemy side kills Joel. That would have been a badass way to go. But no, Joel gets kidnapped, tortured, then fucking beaten to death with the butt of a gun. No, a driver in golf. Man, fuck.
Yeah, I probably like it. The point of this, Joel got fucked the entire thing.
It's just not fair for Joel, dude. My dude's been through hell and back. There's not a good way to go. I mean, I guess he kind of deserved it for fucking humanity, but not my Joel.
Fucking humanity.
Not my Joel. Can we get a hashtag not my Joel?
And he got fucked. Oh, just annoyed me that he died to a tranny.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know what that thing was.
Let's talk about a better game. Alright. That better game? God of War.
God of War was great when it came out. Still great today, but when it
Still a
came
good
out,
ass game. I wish I played God of War 3 remastered, but someone had to take that away from me.
should have played 1, 2, and 3. I don't know why you went directly to remastered. Go on. Number 2, I said don't download any stupid shit on my account. Or if you are, just let me know prior. And then my account glitched and I wasn't able to play my games. So.
Oh, that's why. I thought you were just being a dickhead. Cause like,
No, I couldn't play any of my games like at all. It was just like, what? You own this game? Not here. You go down. What? What are you on about?
what's homo? But yeah,
Nice.
God of War like remastered, not remastered, the new one, the 2016 or 2017 one. That one was absolutely great, dude. One of the best games I've ever played. Mainly because I like the the Norse gods.
The only thing,
Holy fuck, dude! What a
the only
good
thing
game.
I didn't like about it is you were fighting the same fucking giant like 3 times.
Yeah,
You
dude, they could
fight
have expanded.
Batman like 3 different times.
Yeah, sure
They
they're
just
different, but
different
not different
locations.
enough.
Yeah, they're like, oh, this one has blue flames and he has one new attack. All right, but I can kill him the exact same way, right? Like, well, though I don't see why you do that.
It's like watching TikTok. Everyone's fucking the same here, dude. Everyone's doing the same fucking
I mean, I guess they're
dances,
spread out like what 3 stages away. Like
same
epic
fucking,
videos.
same fucking, what's it called? Same
I mean, I
hairstyle,
guess it was
same,
cool to
same
introduce
fucking
like
shit.
Magni and Modi to get fucking fucked up, and then Thor have a reason to come after you in that little extra credit scene. It's pretty cool.
I wonder when that game is gonna come out. God of War 2, I guess.
My guess is like 2 years from now.
God of War Thor. But
Well, this
like,
is technically 4.
I wonder how Atreus is gonna be, cause Kratos is supposed to die, right? But like
There's no.
in all the other games and Mythos, Kratos literally beats hell and
Yeah.
comes back to
I
life.
never even thought of that. He dies like 3 times, but he just comes back.
Yeah, he's too mad to stay dead, so he just comes back, dude. So how the fuck is Kratos gonna die now? It's the same thing. Kratos goes to fucking like whatever the fuck and has to fight that bird that you saw in in hell, that version of hell. So like what is gonna happen? Kratos just isn't gonna die. I just don't understand.
There's like a funny little, not even Easter egg. It's applied in the story, but most people probably didn't notice it. In I believe God of War 1, you like die on a fishing boat, and there's also a fisherman captain like with you. He also
Right.
dies.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the same game, you were climbing out of hell, and you screw over like the fisherman captain and like kick him down to hell. Use him like as a footstool, I believe. And
Right.
kick him down to hell. You screw him twice. It's so fucked up, but it's a
Wait,
funny noise.
are some like the beginning where like you have to fight like a kraken?
I believe so. Like eventually, the guy dies in the boat. Then you also die like somewhere along the lines. And then you go to hell, and all of a sudden, freaking the guy is there. He's like trying to escape hell as well.
Right,
You
right.
screw him over, and he doesn't.
I want to talk about Kratos' feats, okay? Because like this is on par with Goku, and that's something to like talk about, dude. That's something you don't say often. So, like, let me talk about Goku real quick. So, literally in the anime, when Goku goes Super Saiyan for the first time, or not Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan God or something like that. I think it is Super Saiyan God. First time he does that, right? He fights Beerus, and he literally them clashing fists literally makes waves in the universe. Like the universe starts shaking, and uh, one of the gods, I think in another universe, I think was was like, "Yo, tell them to chill the fuck out, or else we die."
I know you're talking about Beerus and Champa, right? Like,
No,
can't
not
be
Beerus and
forgotten.
Champa. I'm talking about Beerus and Goku when they first fight.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Beerus and Champa when freaking they fight, and it literally got a destructions can't fight or else it destroy universe.
No, Goku goes into Super Saiyan God, and then Goku starts throwing hands with Beerus.
In the
And
movie?
no, not in the movie, in the show as well.
Can't
Uh,
remember.
I
Well,
could
the
be in the
movie
movie,
technically is the show, just in a different freaking like
just more
that's just
animated.
Yeah, it's drawn differently.
But in the anime where I watched it, uh, they literally clashed fists. Like both fists touched, and Goku was like going all out, I think. And yeah, the
Yeah, I
gods were
remember.
saying like, "Yo, they're gonna rip apart the universe. Like they have to stop fighting." So just that alone is a universal feat. Okay. Now, in the Kratos lore, uh, from what I know, anyways, the reason why the world tree is cracked. By the way, each branch is infinite. Like it's infinite. So all right. Let me explain. So if each branch is infinite, and Kratos goes around on his boat and drinks the sap, okay, and he only gets a +1 to each stat, Kratos is beyond infinite. You understand? You understand what I'm saying?
No, not even a little.
Okay. So in the lore of Kratos' like new like gods, right? Because these are different gods. This is a different like religion. Okay. So the god tree, which is like the you know when you go into like the room where you go into like different realms.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tree. Okay.
Mm.
So like that's why you get like the pink petals that come down when you're like going through like that weird fucking like light shit.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, that's why I get like the pink petals. And then when we go into the fire realm, there's like ash because the petals are burning. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
Yeah. I know.
that's called the god tree, or the realm tree, or something like that. It connects all the realms to the tree. So, uh, each branch is said to be infinite. Okay,
So what does that mean? It's like,
it means it's a whole universe on its own, pretty much.
yeah.
Um, so how to explain this? So each branch doesn't end, pretty much, and it's all pretty much just energy. I'm assuming. Uh, I think of it as like the god tree from Naruto. You know, like fucking what's it called? Madara just absorbs the god tree and becomes like insanely powerful, but
Yeah.
still fucking Naruto blitzes him. Anyways, um, it's pretty much like that, but just one branch is like that, but infinitely more powerful. So, just Kratos drinking the sap of a tree branch, that's that's fucking insane. And like he's now infinitely more powerful. But in the game, you only get like a minor boost. I'm assuming you played the game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You just get like a +1 basically.
yeah, +1,
For
+3,
sipping on the
maybe.
sap. Yeah.
And that's only if you get like a gold one. But anyways,
So
that's
does
just
that
a
mean
minor
Kratos is
boost to
just
Kratos.
nuts? Yeah, that means Kratos is just by default nuts.
Yeah, dude.
Considering that that's a stat boost.
Yeah, dude. So,
It's like
uh,
him having 3 million attack power, and then like we're only taking away all the 9 zeros, so you can comprehend what just happened, and it's just a plus
yeah, dude.
one.
So, as the writers said for the game, they're like, we, because they have like their own comic books and everything that like go more in depth to like the story and like how Kratos actually is, because the games don't really like show off his strength. So, because they said like it would be super fucking boring if you were literally a god in the game. Like, yeah, sure, you're actually Kratos, but in the game, you're not actually Kratos. So, what this means is, you can get fucked up by some random entity, right? So, like, let's say you put on, like, expert mode on, like, the new God of War game. Um, like, you
Just get
normally get,
fucked up by like a foot soldier.
yeah, like, you normally get fucked up by them. But, uh, the reason why that's there is because you picked hard mode. But let's say you go into like easy mode and you still get fucked up by them. You still die from them. The reason why is because it's a fucking game. You're not supposed to like be infinitely powerful and not get fucked up by anything. Because that's just boring. You want because Kratos literally beats the fuck out of what's it called? Valkyries, which are said literally in the fucking like manga of Kratos, of God of War, uh, or what's it called? I'm gonna just call it manga. Anyways, the manga of Kratos. Uh, the Valkyries are said to literally be fast enough to get from realm to realm in just sheer speed.
The fact that this man is just bodying them like it's something to do.
Like, not gonna lie, they're hard as fuck in the game, but
I
you're still
assume
able to beat them.
that's why I always assume like canon Kratos is like you playing on easy mode and never taking a hit, so you were just actually bodying everything you come across.
Yeah, you're not only like a fucking Dark Souls speedrunner, you're also a god in the game.
Yeah. And it's like starting off with every stat all the way maxed already. On easy difficulty. No
Plus
name.
armor that
Plus.
boosts all those stats to infinite.
Yeah. And that's how you're actually around the
Plus
game.
all the buffs in the games.
Yeah, that's how you're meant to be walking around. And you're like R2 will one-shot a foot soldier with no problem, and then three-shot a Valkyrie.
And all the Dark Souls rings. So you're just godly, dude. You have no. You're not being able to be stopped. So,
Shouldn't be anyways.
uh, let me go to Valkyries first before I go into like Kratos' actual feats. So Valkyries are said to be able to literally go from realm to realm without going to like the god tree, literally just by sheer speed. So they'll be in like the fire realm and be like, you know what, I just feel like going to like, I don't know, like Jerusalem or whatever the fuck that
Jerusalem.
I forgot the names, okay?
I know. Let me go to Jerusalem now.
And then they'll just teleport
Switch
there, dude. Just by sheer speed. That's how fast they are. And Kratos is literally on par with their speed by literally blocking their shit, countering, full countering,
Yeah.
doing complete fucking combos, then beheading them.
Oh my lord, that'd be nuts. Random bald man and his kid walks up and just bodies you after going like literally faster than speed across entire universes.
Boy, stay back. I gotta clap this bitch. And like, and their armor in the game does so much good shit, dude. Like it's actually like, it's actually insane how much like, it's crazy. Like I don't even know how to explain it. Like it's crazy. Like you won't die. Like I'm on New Game Plus with that armor, and like yeah, it's hard, but with that armor, it's decent. Like without that armor, I'll die in one shot by like a foot soldier. But like with that armor, I'll take it on like 4 shots from him, and it's crazy. It's like maybe 2 shots actually, but it's crazy. It's crazy. Anyways, back to like the Valkyries. Um, like they're beyond light speed, literally beyond light speed. they're able to go from realm to realm, and they're not teleporting. That's just something that they don't do. So, so yeah, beyond Lightspeed characters, same, I guess, same thing in fucking Dragon Ball Z. Even though like, uh, Whis is like, well, we're already going at light speed. We can't go faster than that. But anyways, uh,
What a East voice. Oh,
but
see, we're already going faster than light speed, so can't go faster.
but yeah, uh, like, let's say Whis' fucking uh statement about light speed is true, and no one could go faster than light speed.
No,
Kratos
no,
already beats
Kratos
them.
is, yeah.
Atreus beats them. Nah,
Well, that's
big.
like
That's a far
that's the,
stretch. Never mind. Fuck
that's
that.
the only problem I have with comparing different realms, technically, like different universes anyway, like Dragon Ball
Mm.
universe versus Naruto universe. Because yeah, Naruto makes like 18 spirit bombs in a fucking row, but Goku's spirit bomb literally can destroy a planet. No one in Naruto can destroy a planet,
Other
so I
than
don't
Naruto and
understand.
maybe Sasuke,
Yeah,
and
like
they're literally the most busted characters in the show. Other
yeah,
than Madara and, and Kaguya's
but
family.
Beerus literally being like the 19th strongest Nibba could put his finger on a table and blow up half of a planet.
Yeah,
So
and that was
like
just
there's no
attack.
real comparison there. It's just like universes. Like you have to let the animators and freaking writers determine how they are. Because
Yeah,
apparently
but
Madara could take on Beerus. But then again, I'm like, Madara can't breathe without fucking air. Beerus can just float in space and chill there. What are you gonna do? Summon an asteroid? He's gonna blow it up
and the only reason why
instantly.
Kaguya even has a chance against Beerus is because Kaguya can fucking use dimensions as like
Yeah.
a power.
And even
Beerus
at
can't do that,
that,
but that's it.
even at that, Beerus can just
Freaking point his hand at her the specific way and say a word, and she will just evaporate and never exist again. Like the fact that that's comparable shouldn't be a thing.
meant to destroy, and you're just gone and never to be remembered again. All right.
Right. I want to put
Wow.
I want to put like because like no real anime in existence goes up against what's it called, Dragon Ball Z. Pretty much no anime. The only anime that comes close to Dragon Ball Z level of like fucking strength is like what's it called, uh Naruto, which is like he could barely blow up like the moon, maybe the earth,
Sure,
and
there's
then
something else I'm not gonna remember.
the what's it called, the captain of captains, I forgot what his name is, but he literally unsheaths his sword and tries his best to have like the sword's
Bleach.
heat. Yeah, the sword's heat is so powerful. It goes from like the hold on, let me explain, okay? Let me
It
talk.
sounds like the most anime thing ever. Like a sword's heat. It's just so ridiculous.
It goes from like
Then it
the
all sound solar system.
let me
Oh, and
explain,
shit, these
okay?
are fucking blade. Like, oh my god, it just reminds me of what Paul said about like Ultra Instinct Goku. It's like, oh, he just can't get it. It's so stupid. He does like dramatic dodges too.
Let me explain, okay? Fuck. So he just unsheaths his sword, and like you thought fucking what's it called? What's it called? I can't fucking think of it. Um, the Earth is dying because of global warming. There we go. Global warming. You thought global warming was bad, dude? Him unsheathing his sword in like the fucking in like what's it called? Uh, I forgot the name of the thing. I haven't watched Bleach in so long, but what is it called? What is it called? They live in something.
I can't remember at all. I watched Bleach like once, and I didn't even
Anyways,
watch it all the way through.
we're gonna call it heaven, okay? They live in heaven, okay? So, uh, heaven is its own universe, okay? Like it's
Like
its
it's
own dimension, okay? And
it's like
then
we're all. It looks exactly like fucking Earth. You can see what's happening in Earth, but it's like it's different fucking realm.
yeah, yeah, but
Like
like
a shadow realm, bro.
but like in the city of heaven, uh, it's like it's like bigger than Earth, I think. It's like multi-planetary, worth of like fucking like straight just people living there. And then on the outside of that city, you have like literally nothing but a plane, and literally, what's it called? And the that big fight scene that happened. Uh, you know what fight scene I'm talking about? Like the
Yeah,
biggest fucking fight scene in all of like Bleach.
yeah. Versus Aizen, right?
No, not Aizen. It's fucking that one guy. He's like he has like deer legs and shit. You seriously don't know what I'm talking about?
You good, Mace? Yeah, I don't.
Damn, that's brazy. Just look up a Bleach fight scene, and that's the first one that'll come up.
Bleach fight scene. I'll probably remember if I look at it. Right now, it's not ringing a bell.
Bleach fight scene. Yeah, Ichigo transformation versus Ukurara or
Oh, freaking Hado Ichigo versus Okura. Yeah,
yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, this shit happened 7 years ago.
Yeah,
Damn, that's
that's when
brazen.
I was posted anyway.
Bleach
I
is
was probably
fucking
like
old.
9. Yeah, okay, you're talking about that room. I thought you were talking about fucking. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, isn't that like the same like isn't that just like on the outskirts of that like city, that death city?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a whole fucking like universe worth of just plain. Of just white. And they're just fighting there.
They're straight up just crap.
Yo, was Paul back? Paul? Nah. But anyways, like that is like a universe on its own. That's we're just gonna call that a dimension, okay? And then you got the human dimension that is now being heated up by him just unsheathing his fucking sword, and he's constantly trying his best to to like concentrate that heat into his sword. So like you know how in the anime they're like, oh, you gotta focus like your like your soul strength or whatever the fuck into your sword, so it makes it like sharper. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Your soul energy or whatever. Um, he's trying his best, and he's literally the captain of captains. He's like,
Basically, like the top dog. Let's just put it that way.
yeah, and he's trying his fucking best to not destroy or like incinerate all of humanity.
Like they're again, they're not in the same dimension.
Yeah,
They're in just a completely different dimension. They're in like our world, what we live in, and they're
yeah,
just
and they
fighting.
and they don't even compare to Goku still, because
Goku?
it's still such a it's still a sword, right?
Yeah.
And they're not light speed yet. Like, sure, they have the power, and if they still get like a good hit on Goku, Goku might die. I want you to take that
Because
and
dodge
process
it for
that.
some reason.
I want you to process that. Goku
And that's like
might die.
it's like Goku. That's like Goku unguarding himself, letting them get a clean face hit and maximum power.
To see what they're made of.
And that's if this man doesn't just dodge. or do anything in rebuttal counterattack. For all I know, this man could just full counter and just blow up them. They get something to do because after all, they're just human.
Yeah, yeah. And what's it called? Let's say they're both bloodlusted, okay? Goku's bloodlusted, and the captain of captains is bloodlusted, okay? Before this man can unsheath his sword, Goku has already did like a 94 fucking combo counter with a finishing move and broke his every bone in his body and incinerated him and still had time to make dinner.
Goku's ridiculous. He'll never. He's not even the strongest in his anime, mind you. This
Yeah,
man
they're
is not
still
even close.
gods. They're
They're
still
still
gods, though.
fucking. They're still two toddlers waiting to fucking clap your cheeks in case you threaten them.
Wait, what's two toddlers? Oh wait, you're talking about
Fucking
the gods of gods, right?
yeah.
Like holy fuck.
Dude, literally, we should probably wrap it up there.
Oh, and I'm not done talking about how strong fucking Kratos is, because he's still stronger. Okay, so he's multi-realm, okay, because he's clapping the cheeks of fucking Valkyries, and then to top it all off, I got two things to say. Okay, uh, the world's snake and Thor were fucking throwing hands, okay, and they fractured the world tree. That's why when you go into the world tree thing and change dimensions or realms and it and shit, you see like fractures of the tree like floating there, and you can see like it's all splintered and shit. Remember that, right?
Hmm.
So literally, Thor and the world snake had a hand-to-hand fight, and they
And the snake.
fractured. They fractured infinity. They broke infinity. They broke the world tree that is said to be a branch is supposed to be infinity. So what is a world tree? It's beyond infinity. Not only that, it connects realms. So
Connects
then,
infinities somehow. A whole lot of infinities going on.
so Thor is beyond is universal plus. Okay, so Thor fucked some god. Okay, and made the guy right that is unkillable. Okay, and he fought the world snake, one shot at him, bang. You hear that shit happen. You see the world snake fall right before you as Kratos. Okay, and then that dumb fuck comes in and you beat the fuck out of him, right? You kill him. Literally, the first time you fight that guy, you literally see ripples in space time. So, I want you to remember that first fight you have with that guy, the first boss fight.
Balder?
Yeah, Balder.
That kind of strange.
When you fucking when you touch fists, right? When you clap fists together, you can literally see ripples, right? You remember that?
Mm.
That is space time. That is space time rippling, dude. Goku did that when fighting bears.
That's Paul.
That is
Again,
crazy, dude. That is
Hello.
wild. Was balling. Was balling. So
Chat love. Hold on, I'm gonna test my connection really quick.
Paul is such a chill ass fucking man, dude. Anyways, so
Sorry.
uh now you get Goku barely like universal trying his hardest. Let's say he masters uh God form, okay? Now he's universal. literally in the next game, you're supposed to fight someone that fractured infinity. So what the fuck? Goku, like Goku gets clapped by Kratos. That's the only explanation. Goku's beyond light speed multiple times. Even he like destroys fucking realms. He's supposed to fight someone that destroyed infinity. Like it's wild. Kratos is the only person that can fight Goku and win. If not, if not tie with him.
That's unless he activates Ultra Instinct and dodges everything due to RNG.
And like, how long can he stay in Ultra Instinct, dude? Kratos can literally die and then beat fucking
Yeah,
Hal.
guy beat Satan and then just come back.
Dude,
No,
he
no
can
way,
literally,
Goku just come back due to the, I don't know, fucking plot.
dude,
Maybe a
he can
movie
literally,
where he's dead and he teleports and punches someone.
dude, he can fight fucking the dragon that is scared of beers. He can fight that god, and he would still win. And he can vanish him. He can be like, I wish you didn't exist. And then Kratos will just somehow be like, I'm too angry to not exist.
Plot armor in chat.
This has been put in hell like 3 different times.
Like, dude, holy fuck, dude. Kratos is just too powerful. He beat death 3 times.
They're gonna kill him soon.
Yeah, there's no way he's not gonna die in the next day. He's gonna die by getting like jumped by all the freaking gods or something.
Yeah, but I want you to think about it, okay?
Like a G at least.
Till the freaking end of the game.
I want you to think about this real quick, okay? So when he first goes into hell, right? I think in the 3rd game, when you go into hell, you get zapped of all your fucking like energy, right? You get your sword taken away. You can barely
That's because like the
stand.
wraiths freaking slurp your soul, right?
Yeah.
So
But like Kratos is too mad to like have his soul taken away, so he's still in his body. So
Yeah, he like beats them off.
yeah.
Gets out of the water somehow.
So so he does that. He loses all his power, but he's still able to beat the fucking god of death, dude. He literally, that's how he gets his like chains of whatever. I forgot what it's
Wasn't
called.
Athena like boosting him though?
No, Athena gives him her weapons so he can actually hurt anything he
They're
goes
called like the
against.
blades of something in that game.
Yeah, I forgot what it's
Something
called.
weird.
It's not Blades of
Blades
Chaos.
of Chaos.
It's not Blades of
Not
Chaos.
Chaos.
It's Blades
Yeah,
of
it's like something else in that game.
It's Athena. She literally gives you her blades. I don't know what
It's
you're
called Blades of Athena.
Yeah, it's literally just blades of
They're
Athena.
literally the Blades of Chaos though, but they look different, right?
It's like,
But I
Oh,
fucking forget. But anyways, he literally beats the god of death in his fucking like what's it called? In his, I forgot the name. Religion. There we go. In his mythos, and then he comes back to life in the first game, right? Because he was too mad to die, and he
You had
gets.
to bust it open.
I think he literally gets banished by like the original God of War, right? But he still
Yeah.
kills the God of War.
Isn't that like his whole goal in the first game?
Yeah, he kills
Yeah.
all the gods, because the God of War, like
In the first game, he's like still loyal though, right? He's like, alright,
just kills
I guess I'll go
everything.
kill Ares for you guys, bro.
yeah, I think he was only loyal to the God of War, like the original God of War, and then
Yeah.
like the God of War was like, you know, I'm gonna fuck with this guy. I want you to go into this village and kill off everyone.
Kill everyone. Yeah, and then his family was in there.
Yeah, and his family was in there, so he was like, you know what? Fuck all of these gods. All the gods can suck my fat nuts. And
I
then
think God of War 2 where you just dive off the chair. I think it is.
What are you talking about? The chair?
The intro, you're like chilling on a chair and like in the beginning,
and you're just like, all right,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
it
dive
is.
off.
It's the one where you're the god of war, like in
Yeah, you're chilling.
Olympus, and you just jump into a city.
But
That one's crazy.
yeah, like Kratos is just dummy powerful, dude. He literally killed off the gods in his own religion, and then he
He's a
killed
big
off a
man.
god that literally could not be killed in another religion.
I call God of War 3 ends. God of War 3 ends with you just punching the shit out of Zeus as it goes to black.
Yeah, and he can literally do it forever. Like the game doesn't end until you
God of War
stop
3?
Yeah. Remember, like, he's sword, and then he's like,
It's
you
not
son of a bitch, and his, like, spirit comes at you for, like, 3 seconds, and you just pin that man again, and then just start,
Yeah, I think it's like R1 and
start
R2,
beating the
right?
Don't you like
Or
stab
R1 and
yourself at the
L1.
end of it?
No,
Like
that's God of War 2.
seppuku?
Was God of War 2?
No, that's 3, right? You
Oh,
stab
no, God of
yourself
War,
with the blade
God
of
of War 2
Olympus.
die.
Yeah, God of War 3
And
is
then
where
he-
you like stab yourself with the blade of Olympus and you like.
Yeah, and Athena's like, you baboon! Oh! And then you just, it cuts like out as he bleeds out.
Hold on, I want
And
to
it's
talk
just
about the
rolls
blade
credits.
of Olympus real quick, okay? So, I think the way he got the blade of Olympus is by going in and opening Pandora's box and getting the blade of Olympus, right?
yeah, it's just the last thing, which is hope.
Storyline's
Yeah.
complicated.
And I think Kratos is like the embodiment of hope, if I'm not mistaken. And that blade, that sword, it like feeds off of that, if I'm not mistaken. So Pandora's box is open up. Like all of hell is unleashed, and all the evils are unleashed on hell. So then you kill fucking Zeus, the last god that you left behind. So you kill him, and then you're like, all right, I'm the only one left. So now the world is in fucking disarray and chaos, and then you kill yourself. And then
Poggers.
somehow, at the end of the game, at the end of the credits, you see the blade, like, in the ground, and you see a blood trail into the fucking ocean.
I'm pretty sure you stab yourself with it, because he's like, man, all this power is clearly not good with us.
Yeah, but
So he's like,
Doesn't,
Well, he's clearly alive in fucking God of War 4.
yeah, I don't know how he lives
he
it,
starts
but
beating
that's why he
Zeus.
stabs himself.
I swear he stabs himself, and then Hades, or freaking Zeus comes out and is like, you
No,
son
that's
of a bitch.
before.
And then
That's
he just
like-
starts beating his ass. I'm almost
think he-
positive God of War 3 ends with him beating his ass. Yeah, I'm
It
gonna
definitely does. That's before you freaking stab him, though. Your stealth. I bet. You beat him to death, and then you and Athena do that cutscene. And then,
Yeah.
But
Dude,
yeah.
that
DOS boot
That
shit.
blade was fat. You know how freaking giant that blade was? That's like a great sword.
Dude, they pull it out, I think, in the cutscene, and that man, like, you could stick your arm through him.
Yeah.
That shit was fucking wild, dude. Like, I don't give a fuck who you are. You cannot argue that Kratos gets beat by anyone.
When he dies, he's just gonna be mad enough to come back and kill you.
This man actually freaking prevented his own death by going back in time through a painting. Just to kill Zeus.
Like, dude, you just can't kill him.
What a
Dude.
play.
Like, I think the only person you can argue that can kill Kratos is either from like someone else's religion, like that one religion where like there's a god that is sleeping, and the only reason why the universe is here is because it's his dream.
It'd have to be something dumb like Dante.
I don't think Dante.
Dante's Inferno.
Kratos.
That man just is like, no, it's a gun that hits them in the soul too. When you hit them, it actually heals you.
I still
Okay,
don't think
boss.
Dante can still kill
Hits him
Kratos.
for a 59 hit combo, launches him into the air. Hits him with a motorcycle. That game is so ridiculous.
But it's so fun, dude. I heard it's fun as shit, though.
Yeah, the combat's really good.
I heard that,
Other than that, it's just like, bruh.
I heard that a bike turns into, like, a missile launcher or, like, a sword.
Dude, it turns into like everything.
And you can, like, do bike fucking combos. So,
Yeah, it's pretty epic.
I don't... If you didn't catch, like, the entire, like, fucking... well, the gist of what we were talking about, I was talking about, how Kratos is multi-universal. And, like, fucking Goku is barely universal. Max.
What a beast.
What a fucking beast, dude. But yeah, that concludes the podcast. I'm pretty sure that was like 2 hours worth of just nonsense. But
I mean, in there.
You titled it.
Talks
about
Let
Lebanon.
my little brother play for a little bit. So, oh my bad.
It's all
Talk
good.
about Lebanon.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it's gonna be Lebanon, like two like polarizing fucking conversations for a podcast. We got Lebanon
Bonkers
explosion,
cruise missile.
and we got Kratos versus Goku. Like holy fuck, dude. I'm fucking hungry, so that's why I'm ending the podcast. So I'm fucking sorry.
Moment.
So, yeah. If you want to send us anything you guys want to talk about, put it in the comment section down below. Don't send any links. We're not clicking on links. The next episode is probably going to be the black hole episode that I was promising about. Probably not. It's just, I don't know. It's such a long conversation, especially this one. So maybe. Anyways, if you liked the podcast, leave a like. Tell us what you guys want us to talk about. This has been me, Type. Type on Instagram and Twitter. Underscore or .png. Type .png for Instagram and Twitter. I think. If it's not Twitter, then underscore PNG for Twitter. Jay, shout out whatever you want to shout out.
Ghost Green, YouTube, Twitch. That's about it. It's pretty easy to spell.
Paul.
ECOSERWEN.
Nah, I'm bullying.
Alright, Dan B.
Paul. POL.
This chill ass fucking dude. Anyways, yeah, thanks for listening.